Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Thursday, September 7th.
A total of 50 people visited the Green Roof Inn during Labor Day weekend by all law enforcement agencies in Flagler County, including 11 people arrested for either DUI or BUI.
It was a busy Labor Day weekend for the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. They handled 992 calls for service, made 363 traffic stops, and 50 arrests. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
Some of the highlighted cases was a 50-year-old woman was stopped for a traffic violation and then found to have a smorgasbord of poison in her vehicle. She was arrested for fentanyl, cocaine, oxycodone, and various other drugs and paraphernalia and was taken to the Green Roof Inn. Another individual at one of the hotels on Kingswood Drive was found to be walking around naked. He was arrested for breach of the peace, disorderly conduct, and other charges, including violation of parole. He also went to the Sheriff Perry Hall inmate detention facility. Sadly, a 19-month-old toddler drowned in a pool and an 18-month-old child died in a shooting that were investigated by the Sheriff's Office. We extend our deepest sympathy to the parents of the children that died. Please remember to watch your children when they are around a pool and use safety alarms or fences to prevent child drowning.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
$50,000 hurts. We feel it.
To a small organization, the $50,000 the Family Life Center lost from United Way means a lot. Trish Giacconi is the Family Life Center's executive director.
I had to reduce some of our staffing hours for our non-direct service staff. I didn't reduce any direct service staff, but our non-direct service staff absolutely felt that pretty immediately.
The center, which provides no-cost support to victims of sexual assault and domestic violence through advocacy and crisis intervention, is still recovering.
We haven't filled that gap. We're a few thousand in. In fact, I just had a board meeting, and our discretionary dollars for this year, which are the monies that we raise through our community, significantly less than where we need to be moving forward. And if we are not mindful and careful in raising our funds financially, it can impact our direct service soon. I hope that that's the last thing we have to do, but It could happen.
The 18th annual Creekside Festival, presented by Flagler Broadcasting in October, aims to raise thousands of dollars for the Family Life Center. As you just heard, despite a drop in donations and giving, the Family Life Center is busier than ever. Cases of domestic violence have been rising in Flagler County. Sheriff Rick Staley.
Year-to-date so far this year compared to the same time frame last year, domestic violence offenses are up 10%. And I want to qualify that number. That's reported to law enforcement because a lot of victims don't report.
Staley says domestic violence arrests are up as well.
Our arrests are up 14%. So for DV offenses reported to the Sheriff's Office, 334 year-to-date compared to 305 last year. Arrests last year, year-to-date, were 211. We've already made 240 arrests. And that means that the deputies are seeing more evidence.
But Staley cautions domestic violence isn't always physical.
You have mental abuse too, but a deputy can't see that. So you can't really make an arrest on that case.
Staley says cases of stalking and violations of injunctions against domestic violence are also up. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
The Palm Coast Stormwater and Engineering Department wants to notify residents about an upcoming lane closure scheduled for the pedestrian path rehabilitation project near Buddy Taylor Middle School on Belterre Parkway. The lane closure is scheduled to begin this morning between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. to coincide with school operating hours. During this period, northbound motorists on Belterre Parkway will encounter a reduction in lanes from 2 to 1. The Live Like Cameron Foundation helps children who are in the hospital, just like they help the ones at home.
Live Like Cameron Foundation President Melissa Felling said they bring bags of hope to those at the hospital.
What we have in those bags are comfort items such as new bedding for their hospital room, stuff to decorate their rooms with, and toys, games, whatever they want.
She said that it's all made possible because of donations made to the foundation. Lifeline is on WNZF Saturday mornings at 9 and on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, you'll meet Alea. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.